We have yet another character. Now there have been quite a few alien suggestions, but this one is a very specific type of alien. This character was super intricate, so the first thing that I did, even though the character doesn't use any outlines, I'd sketched it out, including the intricate details of the head to be my guide to know where I needed to place the shadows. I then used a spray paintbrush to sort of like sculpt in those 3D details. And I have to say, as I was looking at the reference image of this character, I absolutely got lost in the details. And the more I got into drawing, the more details I was finding and the more I was getting lost. This specific character required a lot of shading. So in this video, I'm showing you a mixture of the time lapse, but also a bit of screen recording so that you can see how many times I actually had to change the brushes that I've used, the sizes of the brushes, the colors, so that I can create that kind of shadow highlight effect on the head of this character. At the same time, the brushes that I used are pretty much standard brushes that you have available from the get-go in any software that you use. I used a pencil to sketch. I used a round brush to create the outlines of the character and in a bigger size to fill out the color. And then I used a spray paint to add color but with softness. And then I would use the blending tool in only very specific places to mix the colors and create more softness. And then once I was happy with the general shadows, I would then use the spray paintbrush again, however with a much smaller size, each on a separate layer, for the shadows with the multiply effect and for the highlight with either the add or screen effect. With that, I can then accentuate the parts that are really bright and really dark without muddying up the sculpted part that I already put in place. From time to time, I would also use the blending brush just to soften certain parts where I wanted the colors to mix in with each other a little bit more. And lastly, I add a little bit of texture to make it feel like it's skin. And here we have a Kaminoan from Star Wars. Thank you so much for the comment. I really enjoyed drawing this character.